This video is going to be all about focus, how long it takes to actually train your focus to get to a good level where you can just work for multiple hours on end and just kind of carry your presence throughout the day, living in that present moment throughout the day and not having to go to distractions like social media or junk food. Right? This is how to actually train your focus and how long it can take for you to get the results that you're looking for. So if you're new here, my name is Andrew. I make content all about focus, productivity, and just living a happier life. So if you're about that, like and subscribe, and if not, that's okay. Now, right before I start, just want to mention, obviously my voice is a little messed up today, but it's no big deal. I'm just going to get through it. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention. All right. Now, focus, right? When it comes to focus, there are a million different ways that people like to break it down and approach it. But at its core, right, there are a few fundamental ways that you can train focus. Right? And you definitely know these. You definitely know these ways. The biggest of which is meditation, right? Meditation is standard, and if you really want to maximize your focus, you should be meditating, right? There's nothing else. Sorry. There is nothing else that is going to supplement what meditation does for you. Like nothing even close. Meditation is by far going to give you the most return on investment. And then there are a couple other things you can do. Number one, especially if you're trying to work for focus, right? Like you're trying to build up your focus for work-related things, then create an environment where you only focus in. So if you can, create an area where you meditate and do work so that they're associated with each other. High levels of focus are associated with that area, and that every time you go into that environment, you know that you're coming in ready to focus and do something productive. Okay. And then the final thing can be a trigger that you do, that you ingrain into yourself over time. So you could do this before starting work or before starting meditation. It can be a phrase. It can be putting on headphones. It could be snapping your fingers. It could be deep breaths. It could be whatever you want it to be. But create something where every time you go to do something that requires focus, you do that thing beforehand so it gets your mind already ready to just slip into a focus state. Okay? That was a very brief just coverage of how you can actually train your focus. Right? So now let's get into how long it'll actually take you to build up a strong level of focus. Okay? Because consistency is important in this. 100% consistency is important. And it's not going to be something where you meditate once and you do the other two things one time and suddenly you're just banging out 8 hours of work straight without taking a break, right? There's going to be some buildup, there's going to be some time, and that's okay, all right? But knowing how long it takes is going to help you a lot to just set your expectations so that you don't feel like you're lacking or behind in these things, right? When you go to meditate, you don't get frustrated after a week that you haven't seen insane results that you're looking for. Okay? So if you are doing 20 minutes of meditation in the morning or at night every single day, it is probably going to take you about a month to really dial in and improve your focus drastically. And what I mean by this, like drastically, is if you are somebody who, right, say you just get an assignment right now that, whether it's work or school, that takes an hour for you to complete, within a month you should probably be able to do that within 20 minutes to a half hour based on your improvement in focus. Because focus allows you to get work done faster, and it allows you to process what you're actually doing a lot faster, which just both contributes to cutting down that speed tremendously. So I think within a month of consistent meditation, you're going to be doing things at least twice as fast as you used to. And it's simply because you're going to be able to maintain focus on them longer and get a deeper level of focus and connection to the work. Right? Now, if you want to throw in triggers, like I said before, triggers are something that is going to take 1 to 2 months probably to really lock in to get that response that you're looking for. So I would initially start to work in your trigger with just meditation, and then every single time you go to do work, try and include that trigger. Whether it's a quick assignment or a long one, doesn't matter. You're just getting your brain used to that trigger associated with focus time and work time. And that, the more you do it, the quicker it's going to take to you. So if you do it all the time, especially for work and meditation, it'll probably click for you in like a month, and you can do that anytime and get into a focused state. Or if you're only doing it for like one or the other, whether it's you're only doing it for meditation or only for work, it's probably going to take closer to like that 2-month stretch to really click in. And it's solely just the amount of times that you're engaging with the trigger that's going to really determine that. Okay. Now, finally, if you create an environment where you are solely focusing, whether that's meditation or work, when you create an environment that is all about focus, all about locking in, cutting out distractions, and having a single pointed mind, it's going to increase how fast the rest of these go, like tremendously. Right? When you have that type of environment to go to reliably and consistently, it's going to be way easier to get deeper into meditation quickly, because your mind knows, this is where I do that, this is what I do consistently here, so I'm just going to sit down, I'm going to do the meditation, and your mind is going to just slip into that state effortlessly. And additionally with that is the same thing is going to happen for your work, right? You could change genuinely nothing but the environment, and by creating a work dedicated environment, probably do work again close to 2 times faster, probably not a full 2 times faster, right? Because meditation is just so powerful and so helpful in that. But on its own, just having the environment can make the battle a lot easier and can make focusing a lot easier. And you will get results faster if you combine these 3 things. But on their own, they're all going to take around a month to really form that habit, form that connection. And meditation is just slowly, each and every time you sit, just rewiring your brain to stay focused on one thing for an extended amount of time with no other distractions. And that's the most valuable thing that you can get out of this. It's the most valuable asset that you can possibly get, is being able to focus where you want to focus and have that unbroken by the outside world, right? That is the number one tool that is valuable for doing work across all disciplines, right? Whether you're studying, whether you're doing schoolwork, whether you're growing your business, whether you're doing research for your business, whatever it is, that level of focus is going to be 100% the most important and biggest game changer that you bring to the table. Okay? So, to wrap it up real quick summary. Meditation should take you about a month to really get some good, solid results in there. And if you can keep doing it, it's just going to exponentially increase. You're going to be able to do things that used to take you an hour in 10 minutes. Like it's just going to keep increasing. And as far as creating triggers go, that's going to take 1 to 2 months depending on how often you use the trigger, although I highly recommend using triggers. I use a deep breathing trigger every single time that I go to do work, in here, in school, wherever. It does not matter. And finally, the last thing is to create an environment, right? And create an environment that is solely for focusing and focused work. And that should aid you pretty quickly. Your brain is probably going to start associating that within 1 to 2 weeks, and then you're going to really start seeing results after like a month of just doing that work in the same space. So combine all these 3 and you should have insane focus within the month if you really commit yourself, right? Just think about that. I know it sounds like a lot. I know it sounds like 30 days of just committing to this, but 30 days to have improved focus for the rest of your life is inconsequential, dude. It is a blip on the radar of your life. So commit to it, do it, and reap the rewards. Right? If you want to work with me, click the first link in the description, and I'll help you with whatever problems you have, as long as you want to get better at productivity, focus, and your mindset to live a happier life. Right? Thank you for watching if you made it this far. I love you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, stay blessed.